And welcome back here to Coach's Corner for another episode recapping a great week for your Granite City Lumberjacks. Coach's Corner brought to you by Simonson Lumber, Marvin Windows and Doors. I'm your host, Paul Vold. This week, take a break from our regularly scheduled programming. We're actually going to bring in one of the men behind the scenes that continues to get this team running from top to bottom for your Lumberjacks. It's equipment manager Jim Vold. And Jimbo, thanks so much for joining us this week.
My pleasure. Glad to be here.
A yearly obligation. We wouldn't have it any other way. Another weekend sweep here for the team, beating the Moose on Friday, then also a win on the road at the Wilderness. A couple of nice wins there in total. But, of course, we'll talk about the games here for maybe just a moment, too. But, looking at, of course, the weekend that was there, Friday night's contest, very much of a playoff feel, too. And I'm sure I had to feel that for the team and for the staff as well.
Yeah, very much so. Guys were ready to go, and it showed. We came out, thought we played really well. First couple periods, third period, we kind of struggled a little, I thought. But, hey, did what we needed to get the win and got the 2 points. So, yeah.
Absolutely. And then closing out the weekend on the road there, take a little trip up north to Eveleth too. A little bit of a change there for maybe some of your daily duties, of course, getting uniforms and everything ready with the U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame night. There were some special uniforms wore for that too, and kind of had to be, I'm sure, a little bit nice to at least have those ready for you guys when you got there up to the Hippodrome.
Yeah, that was a real nice touch on their part. They did a nice job getting everything ready, and so guys walked in, they had a jersey and socks sitting there for them, and so all we had to do was provide the breezer covers that the guys wear. So, worked out well. Jerseys were great, looked good, and guys played really good. So, yeah, nice weekend for the boys, and one more weekend to go.
Yep, absolutely. And, of course, we'll mention that here in just a little bit. But let's talk about you here for just a moment, too. There's a lot of things that happen, of course, leading up to a game day and, of course, during the week. There's, of course, practices in between as well. But there's a lot of things here at the rink that you take care of, just besides, obviously washing uniforms and all that stuff, too.
Yeah, we do as much as we can for the guys. If it isn't laundry or repairs, skate sharpening, whatever they need, they come see me and we take care of it. Got a couple skates to fix today, so got that this afternoon. But other than that, just repairs, week repairs with socks and jerseys and so forth. But anything they need done, they come see me and we try to take care of it for them. So, yeah.
And another thing, too, you throw onto your list of duties off the ice, too. Do a little bit of scouting for the team, too. Is there a certain area that you cover, or you just kind of go wherever the team needs you?
Yeah, just kind of go wherever. Just look at the high school schedule and try to get out at least twice a week and see guys and try to recruit them and get them in here to help us, be better for the following year. And, it's a lot of fun. It's fun to get out and see the high school kids and try to work with them and get them to come skate with us like we had a few kids today. So, yeah, a lot of fun.
Absolutely, too. And, of course, you mentioned, too, some of the duties here that happen at the rink. And I'm sure there are maybe a few players maybe on this year's team or in years past that maybe give you a little bit of extra work to maybe it's like, okay, I need my blades at this certain sharpness and things of that sort. You find a few kids maybe that just give you a lot of flack, or maybe not so much flack, or just, are very particular about their equipment?
Not so much. I mean, first part of the year, we try to figure out what hollow they like to sharpen their skates at, and we put a sticker on their skates, so all they got to do is put them on the rack, and I can just look at them and know, what to sharpen them at. But for the most part, I think there's probably one or two guys that do their skates more often than the rest. But for the most part, it's pretty simple.
Of course, we've got equipment manager Jim Vold joining us here this week on Coach's Corner, finishing off the regular season here this weekend. Of course, Friday at Wilmer, and then Saturday to close it out at the Moose as well. Holding on to a lead there, of course, with the West Division first place, of course, for the Lumberjacks. This weekend coming up here, of course, you can see from a 1,000-foot view what the team is. And, of course, this week of practice, too, what do you see here as something important to focus on with, just these tough games coming up this weekend?
Well, I think the coaches are just going to focus on the little things, just making sure the guys are doing all the right things and making sure get pucks in, pucks out, and it's the little things that matter this time of year that help you stay in first place or win that tight game. So Yeah, just the little things, I think.
Jim Vold joins us here this week. Of course, the man that keeps the team going here in many different ways as well. Very beloved on and off the ice as well here with the Granite City Lumberjacks. Coach's Corner this week brought to you by Simonson Lumber, Marvin Windows and Doors. I'm your host, Paul Vold. We'll step aside here for a quick break. A reminder as well, Granite City closes out the regular season this weekend. That will be Friday at Wilmer, Saturday at the Minnesota Moose. Be sure to stay up to date with scores, schedules, and broadcast times as well by going to na3hl.com. Follow your Lumberjacks on our social media platforms. We'll be right back right after this.
Discover complete customization, endless possibilities, full design flexibility. Marvin Ultimate. Windows and doors custom crafted for your vision.
Welcome back here to Coach's Corner. I'm your host, Paul Vold. Of course, Coach's Corner is brought to you by Simonson Lumber, Marvin Windows and Doors. As we got another guest here with us this week, we've got Schmidt joining us here on the show. We appreciate you for coming on this week.
Of course.
Of course, here of another great weekend for the team, too. Very competitive games, a weekend sweep for the Lumberjacks. Let's start off with the game on Friday there. 2-1 victory over the Minnesota Moose, of course, neck and neck in the division there with the top two teams. Struck first, and of course, in that contest, too, game had very much of a playoff feel. How did the team really feel about going into that game on Friday?
I think we felt very, very well. We were ready to take that number one spot from them and just keep rolling, and we did a good job.
Absolutely, and of course the contest as well as it kind of went along. A few things go one direction or another. A little bit of adversity there towards the end to at least make it get up 2-0. Then it was 2-1 at one point there too. But really great to see, of course, the team really come together there and take a defensive approach there to finish things off in that contest.
Yeah, for sure.
And of course, I think you carry things over into Saturday. Another road contest that it was there. Of course, to close out the regular season at home on Friday, but Saturday up in Eveleth, U.S. Hockey Hall of Fame night as well. A little bit of a different look here for the team, too, with some special jerseys, but also another good start. How'd you guys feel about, of course, shaking off the bus legs maybe, and then just getting going early in that first period?
I think we had a slow start right away, but overall, I think we managed the puck pretty well. Got good defensive zone and offensive zone, all that, so it's good.
Yeah, and of course, a bit of a wild second period. Of course, that's when I tuned in. I was a little busy calling another broadcast as well. I had the phone watching the contest. I looked down, Mason Ray's in a fight. They were scraping the ice for it seemed like 45 minutes or so. And then the next shift, you get your hands a little bit in the mix as well with a shot from the point there that knocked their goalie a little bit silly too. Second period, like I said there, a little bit wild there, but at least the team was able to create a few things in that contest too, I would imagine.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, of course, finishing off the weekend, you get all 4 points out of the weekend. Now we've got another weekend of road games coming up. What do you see here as a big focus for the team with this week of practice?
I think a big focus for us is managing the puck, getting pucks out of our defensive zone. And obviously it's a big 4 points this weekend. First game is huge because if we win that, then we win the division. But I think just going into games is very, very important for the whole team. And yeah.
Now, Friday night, of course, will be at Wilmer, and then Saturday at the Minnesota Moose. Of course, those games will be both road contests with your Granite City Lumberjacks. You can find out more by checking out our full broadcast schedule and more, na3hl.com. Follow us on our social media platforms. Ready for some rapid-fire questions?
Yeah.
All right, we'll start off things here. Pre-game routine, what gets you going during a game day? Does it start right away in the morning, right before you get to a rink? What's the kind of the pre-game routine for you?
So I wake up probably around 9:30ish. I just chill in bed, watch TikTok or something like that. And then around 12:30ish, I go to Noodles & Company, go get a Parmesan chicken. And then before the game, get a good stretch. And then after warm-ups, I have a Kit Kat bar.
There you go. There you go. Pre-game meal, you like to keep it fairly light there. You get something before you come to the rink there. What gets you just something to munch on beforehand?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Okay, I like that. Favorite jersey that you've worn? Maybe not just from here at Granite City, maybe through all your years growing up. What's been your favorite jersey that you've worn?
I'd probably say the Smiles for Jake.
Okay.
For sure.
Definitely. Go-to favorite emoji that you use maybe on the group chat, Snapchat. What's the one that pops up always first when you're
Thumbs
typing?
up.
I like
Thumbs
that.
up.
All right, keep it simple. Who is one person maybe that you think is your celebrity look-alike?
Ooh, celebrity look-alike. I honestly don't even know. uh, honestly, no idea.
Okay, all right, I'll think about that. What would be one one song that you would use as your goal song when you do score?
Highway to Hell.
I like that. I like that. Who on the team is the best and worst person to sit next to on the bus?
I'd probably say the best. Probably Pricer. I usually
Okay.
sit by him every single time. The worst, probably Howie.
Okay, I like that. Probably talks just a little bit too much. Who was one guy on the team that maybe for just maybe an overnight or maybe just on a quick turn and burn for a road trip brings too much on the bus? Who brings way too much on the bus?
Brings too much. Probably me, honestly. I ran like a air mattress and all that, so.
I have witnessed that myself. Who on the team do you think has the most interesting pregame handshake before they hit the ice? They're always doing something kind of wacky.
I say Manny and Engie.
Okay, that's been brought up before. I brought that up last week and talking about. They've got a very interesting routine, and yeah, we'll leave that at that. Last question here for you. What is one thing that you cannot live without?
Probably say my phone.
Okay, yeah, I like that. Number 33, Michael Schmidt joins us here this week on Coach's Corner. Again, your Lumberjacks on the road here to close out the regular season. Will be Friday at the, of course, the Wilmer Warhawks, with Saturday at the Minnesota Moose. Be sure to stay up to date with score schedules, broadcast times, and of course, playoff matchups coming up here as we close out the regular season this weekend by going to na3hl.com. You can also follow your Granite City Lumberjacks on our social media platforms. This is Coach's Corner, brought to you by Simonson Lumber, Marvin Windows and Doors. I'm your host, Paul Vold. We'll check in with you guys next week.